your host, Cowboy and Spade.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, fight fans around the world, welcome to the night that will be etched into the annals of boxing history. Two of the greatest pound for pound fighters of a generation stand on the precipice of destiny. In one corner, the undisputed king of the super middleweight division, the face of Mexican boxing, the warrior that carries, the warrior that carries the hope of a nation on his shoulders, Saul Canelo Alvarez, a four division world champion, a fighter with a devastating power and a granite chin. He has conquered every challenge put before him at 168 pounds, but tonight he faces a different kind of challenge, a master technician unlike any he's ever seen. And in the opposing corner, a
That
man
guy.
who has cleared out every division he's entered, an undefeated four division champion, the switch hitting genius from Omaha, Nebraska, Terrence Bud Crawford. He is a puzzle to one to anyone he has been able to solve that no one's been able to solve. A fighter with unparalleled ring IQ, a relentless motor, and the ability to adapt to any style. Now he's taking a massive leap, moving up two weight classes in a challenge for a legacy that could make him the first male boxer to become an undisputed champion in three different divisions. This isn't just a fight, it's a clash of titans, a battle for the very soul of the sport. It's power versus precision, brute force versus calculated genius, and Mexico versus the United States. A new era of boxing begins tonight, and there can only be one. The stage is set. The world is watching. It's time for Canelo versus Crawford. Bam, baby. Who's ready for this motherfucker?
Okay. Read me. Dad, could you read me a bedtime story, please?
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
We go.
Here you go. It was September the 13th, the night we'd been waiting for.
That boy put this Merry Christmas. What's the book called? Christmas Chronicles or whatever. You
The
put that
Chronicle.
voice on.
Yeah. Hell yeah. You know, I
You
had to
know,
put that emphasis on
you know how
all
they
of
come on when dude be talking about the Grinch. The
yeah,
Grinch.
yeah. It was the night before Christmas, and only
Yeah.
one son of a bitch was angry about it. But hey, this right here, this is the only like this is an episode 109 of Bourbon and Boxing, of course. We have seen quite a bit of a slow week, or not slow week, but slow month for boxing.
Yeah.
There were some good fights last week that we could get into. Of course, Nunes did fight last week. I watched Michael Conlon and his fight. Nice little win for him after three straight losses. I think it was all that kind of other stuff. Nunes looked really good at 130, etched out, kept his title. Looks like he's going to be fighting Navarrete next. So those type of fights did go on. We did have small actions. I guess time for some of these lesser known names was an opportunity for them to really take the stage in this last month when we didn't have a lot going on for boxing. But now it's the big boys' turn, or the big boys, shall we say, the superstars of the sport this weekend. Not only between Crawford and Canelo, but then on Sunday you also got Inoue versus MJ. I can't pronounce the dude's full name. It's like Rahama Jakata or something like that, but they call him MJ for short. He's a damn good fighter. This would be his biggest challenge going up against Inoue. But right now it's the big boys weekend, the superstars of the sport, and two of the absolute biggest names in boxing. I'd have to say 1, 2 easily. I mean, even if you throw uh, old boy in the heavyweight, I don't
Who's it?
forgot his name, Usyk. Even if you throw Usyk in there, I still think these two right here, Crawford and Canelo, are the most compelling, two of the most watched. People want to see them, and then now these two guys are coming together to fight each other, and you don't get this in boxing. And we thought from 2023 things were changing. We thought we're going to start getting fights like this on a regular, but it's been far from few, and we still see boxers ducking. We still see fights that are supposed to be made not being made, collapsing midway through negotiations. The same old thing, the same old story, same old dance type of thing for boxing. So now you got two guys. They're putting their money where their mouth is, and even though it's a pretty fucking sizable difference of pay between these two guys, as Crawford comes in getting 10 million, and then he could make up to 12 million, and then Canelo's walking away with $100 million purse.
Huh?
Yeah. Crawford said it himself on his podcast. He's only getting 10 million for this fight, and he can make up to 12 million, but that's max. Yeah, and Canelo's getting $100 million for this fight.
So hold the fuck on. He
That's
made
a
more money in the Earl
90.
Spence fight.
That's exactly what I said. I was like, damn, this dude has fought lesser opponents for more money and made more money. Like, he really took this for legacy. Like, he said it. I didn't take it for the money. I took it for the legacy. He said they thought they would lowball him, pretty much. You know how Canelo likes to do. So, like he did with Benavidez. He told Benavidez and his father, we'll pay you $1 million to fight me. That's the max we're giving, right? And Benavidez said, yeah, I'll take it, motherfucker. I'll take $1 million because I'm going to make more than that once I beat you and become a champ. I'm going to make more money than that down the road. And then he backed out of that negotiation real quick because he thought he would just lowball him. He wouldn't take the fight. Same thing he probably did with Crawford. Give him the lowest amount I can give him. Make this a 90-10 split. Basically, that's what it is. It's a 90-10 fucking split. Like, that's 90-10 purse, basically. I mean, if one's getting 100 million, the other's getting 10 million, that's a 90. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's kind of wild when you think about that. Like, damn, Crawford really took this for legacy. He ain't out here for that. I mean, 10 million, I mean, we say 10 million, like, oh, but when you're comparing like that to $100 million, you're like, damn.
No,
bro,
we ain't saying that because of that. We saying that because we know what the fight gonna gross. We know what money about to come in.
And we know the
getting 10
promotion of
million?
Netflix alone has enough money to pay Crawford 90 million. It wouldn't even fucking hurt their pocket. One fucking bit. You know what I mean? They make over that a month. You know what I'm saying?
Surprised about that right there.
Yeah, that shocked me. I had to look it up. I had to make sure that came from the words of Crawford. Because I was like, man, ain't no motherfucking way. I've seen it. And it come from a pretty reputable source. Our guy from the boxing wrap up, our guy from Australia, he had mentioned, hey, he's only getting 10 million compared to Canelo's 100. And I said, no way, bro, no. And I Googled it. And then I saw Bud saying it himself out of his own words, like, yeah, I'm only going to get 10 million. He said, I can make up to 11 to 12 million with pay-per-view sales. And I'm like, what pay-per-view sales? It's on Netflix. It's on Netflix.
Probably just talking, man. He probably don't want
I
nobody
don't know,
to
bro. I wonder if he just.
that's I can't see that. Because
That's
they've been saying
what
it
I
like this.
thought too. Because,
They've
but
been
like,
saying this is the most money he gonna make, and he made more in
there
the
ain't no
Earl
damn
Spence
way.
fight.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. When I saw 10 million, I was like, there ain't no way this is his highest paid fight. I said, maybe I'm tripping. Maybe he hasn't made that much before. But, being one of the biggest names in boxing, I would have thought for sure he was easily making 10 million a fight easily. I
No, I
mean,
know off that Earl Spence fight, he
Shakur
made
Stevenson
that
was
was his
making
biggest
3 million.
payday. That Earl Spence fight was his biggest payday before all the rest of them fights.
Yeah. So I mean that really took me by surprise. I thought, man, that's pretty motherfucking shitty, actually. And it really makes me more than ever want to see our boy Crawford just go in there and lay it on him, bro. Lay it on him. And just like I don't know, that I thought that was wild. But yeah, difference in pay, difference in it. But these guys aren't that like that's not like that's almost a slap in the face. Like I said, it's Crawford, I feel like Canelo did that thinking Crawford ain't gonna take that. No way he's gonna take 10 million. I feel like Caleb Plant made more than 10 million to fight Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, 10 million was crazy.
yeah. So it's for me, it's just like, damn, like he trying to keep all the money for himself, like all the money for himself. Like that's some gritty shit, right?
It
That
gotta be some. It gotta be some. He gotta be making some money
gotta be
somewhere.
another incentive, ticket sales, something, dude. He's got to be making
Yeah.
money off the ticket sales too. And it's going to be pretty much sold out. I would think. So, and maybe he's making money off the ticket sales that he ain't talking about. But man, it's fucking crazy to think that it's a 100 million to 10 million purse. Like that's fucked up.
I
Like,
think Floyd gave what's the name of that? The fight before he fought Connor. What's his name from Florida? Uh, the Haitian boy, Berto. I
oh,
think
okay,
Floyd
yeah, yeah.
gave Berto 10 million,
Well, I mean, think about this. I
and
mean,
that was
come on,
years ago.
bro. Tank Davis is gonna go make 100 million to fight Jake Paul. So all this shit we were talking about, Tank taking that fight against Jake, which I still think is a clown ass fight. Don't get me wrong, it's a clown fucking fight. But at the end of the day, he's gonna get paid 100 million for that fight, and then Crawford gonna go fight the biggest fucking name in boxing next to him, go up almost 3 weight classes for 10 million. Like that's
I don't think Crawford getting 10 million, bro.
maybe he's clowning. Maybe he's clowning.
I don't think he want
Maybe he
nobody in
just
his
don't want to
business.
put out his business like that. Yeah.
He one of them people. He don't want nobody
Yeah,
counting his
and
pockets.
maybe that's what it is too, because I couldn't see it myself. I'm like, there's like how, like, bro,
10
like,
million is crazy, bro.
yeah, because like I said, I feel like Caleb Plant probably made close
That
to
mean
10 million to
that
fight him.
mean the trainer only getting like, come on, that don't make no sense. 10
No,
million, nah, bro.
no. He's
Nah.
got to be getting more. So
He
let's hope
gotta
he
be
really
getting. He
is.
got more fight Earl Spence. Ain't no way. Ain't
Yeah.
no way, bro. Ain't no way. I don't believe it. Like I don't
It
care
would be hard for me to
what if
believe
he
too.
said
But
it. I don't care. I
hearing
don't
him
think.
saying it made me like, damn, really? Like, man, but I didn't really. You can't tell sometimes when he's kidding. You know what I mean? Because he's not real good at joking. Like when he
Yeah,
tries to
yeah,
joke,
yeah. He
he kind of comes
sarcastic.
off.
He probably could have. He probably could have.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying. Like, yeah. I'm only getting 10 million.
yeah, like a quick
Like he probably.
response and like, oh man, yeah, I'm only gonna get 10 million for this. It ain't, that ain't nothing. Like,
Yeah, I don't think he getting no 10 million, bro. Not this
yeah,
fight right here. This is bigger than the Errol Spence fight. Like, and they been saying it before whatever he announced. Like, this gonna be your biggest payday. All that you could ride off to the sunset. He ain't riding off in the sunset with just
not with
10
10
million.
million.
Come
I mean,
on now,
not in
stop it.
today's age. Not in today's age.
That's what I'm saying. That ain't. I don't think that's half as true, bro. Like I don't.
Yeah,
If he said it, I could see. I gotta watch the interview. I can tell you, like, nah, he was being sarcastic, bro.
yeah. He had to be. Let's
This
hope it was, because that to me, I was like, damn, like you talking Bud
that would
Crawford.
have been. That would have
You
been.
saying
But
Caleb
that would have
Plant? You
been
saying,
public, bro. We would have seen that, bro. We would have seen that before
yeah,
the
like
fight got
true, because
announced.
it's just
That would
now
have been
coming
on
out.
too much shit, bro. That would have
Yeah,
been like
and
Terrence
you
Crawford
would
on.
think, yeah, because
Come on,
then
man.
people would have been talking about that. People
Come
would have
on,
been
man.
talking.
A lot of people.
The boxing
Yeah.
world would have been talking about that. Like, man, are you
Come on,
kidding me?
man.
You really
Yeah.
gonna fight him for $10 million? Like,
Yeah, that's like me. That's like finding a motherfucker for $100 and they about to make 10,000.
yeah, yeah.
The
Like we're
fuck?
gonna pay this dude 10 and you 100. Like, hold on, man, fuck that. Like
Yeah,
a
come
hundred
on,
dollars ain't
man.
shit. Like a hundred
He
dollars
ain't
ain't.
doing he gonna do it for the money, but I mean he doing it for the money and legacy. He ain't about to get paid no 10 million. No nigga ain't getting
Especially,
100,000. He
yeah,
wasn't even he wasn't even that courtesy with Earl Spence. So I know damn well he know this fight gonna make more. He ain't taking no 10 million, bro.
yeah, yeah,
That's not even accurate. And we would have been heard that. Like we would have been heard like, oh, he only get to bro, that would have been so public. That would have been out there like that ain't
yeah.
no. I don't even think that ever happened. Floyd done made hundreds of millions and gave Conor McGregor 100,000. That don't make no sense. Like that don't
Conor
even.
McGregor made 100 million off of that
I mean,
fight.
yeah, 100 million.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100
that's what I
mil
meant.
himself off that fight with him. He said he paid him 50 mil, but then he also got revenue sales, he got ticket sales,
Yeah,
he got pay-per-view sale percentage. When it was all done, he was like, dude, I made 100 million off that when it was all done. He said that Floyd showed him how to make money. He was like, and then Floyd taught me how to make money pretty much like I guess after the fight, he was just like, this is how you make motherfucking money.
yeah.
This is what you got to do. So, but I don't know, man. That would be wild. If that was the case, if that's the case, because like we said, we see this as a walkaway fight for Crawford. Not only legacy, but hey, I'll fight the best. Who else out there for me to really fight? Even though I think that 154 division, that is a nice division, uh, and I think there's plenty of people at 154 for him to fight, and that would be good fights for him.
Well,
to
yeah,
build his
but he about to
legacy.
be 38 though. He probably ain't trying to keep doing that shit forever. That boy got about 10 kids. He trying to
They got
sit
a lot
down,
of
man.
boy.
Yeah,
I watched the special with him on Netflix. I was like, man, this boy got some family. Like, he got a
yeah,
lot of kids, but
yeah. He got
he's
like
great
4 girls.
dad, great family dude. Like,
Yeah,
you can't. And then the fact of how he's kept his team around him, they've been together as long as they have, come up with each other. And he had an opportunity where they tried to get him to leave his team when he was first coming up, and out of the amateurs and stuff, where he started proving himself as a pro because, like he said, in his amateur years, he lost 12 fights. You know what I
yeah.
mean? And there was a lot that he had to learn, but once he learned from his mistakes, that's when it's just dedication to the sport. Great,
Depending
great
on depending on what
documentary.
his record was, his winning record was 12 fights. Ain't bad in no amateur.
I forgot what they said. I want to say it was like 42-12 or something like
Yeah,
that.
that
Or
ain't bad. That ain't
yeah,
bad.
not bad. But he ended up taking like 12 losses. But the amateurs, you know how it is, a little bit different down there. But it's a good documentary. You guys can catch that on Netflix if you want to watch that before the fight's going off. A good one with him and Canelo.
Oh,
They
he got
kind
a
of
documentary. They got a documentary on Netflix.
yeah. It's kind of you remember what HBO or Showtime used to do
Yeah.
when they used to do that behind the scenes
All
type. This is
access.
exactly
I
what
mean,
this
yeah,
is,
yeah,
right? Yeah,
yeah,
this is like an all access behind the scenes in their
yeah,
home, their family, in the
yeah.
gym with them, shit like that.
I've
Uh,
been watching his own little shit on YouTube. His own
yeah,
little his own little stuff by itself. But yeah, I might have to check that out.
yeah, it's a good one. It's not too long either. Won't take much of your time. But let's get into this. You want to get into the undercard and move our way to the main event, or do you want to just jump right into your thoughts of this fight? How Crawford wins it, what he's got to
Uh,
do to
we
win,
can't skip. We
or
can't skip the. We can't skip
or
the.
Canelo, or do
No,
we
we
want to
can't
look
skip.
at?
We can't skip the undercard, man. No.
All right. Well, let's start with some undercards because there are some really good undercards, my guy. Uh, I mean, even I didn't like. There were so many prelim fights that I was like, okay, man, I'm gonna mention a few of them, but there's like 6 of these prelim fights that are gonna be on early around 4 or 5 o'clock, I think,
Then
and that's.
they started fighting yesterday though. Remember
Nah,
I
I
told you?
I looked, I couldn't find them nowhere. The prelim's gonna be on YouTube
Cause,
free tomorrow.
cause I know
Around 5, I think.
Greg what's his name? Hackett, the young boy Hackett, he fought yesterday. He won.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, down below you'll see a few of these fights that are going to be on the prelims. Of course, there are, and these prelims got some good names on there of guys that are going to be fighting. Boachuk's going to be on there, and he's going to be fighting Brandon Adams. That's going to be a really good fight. Ivan the Chinko, he's going there. He's going to be fighting Jermaine Franklin. Another good undercard fight there. And that's the prelims that are going to be on before the main card hits out there. Then on the main card, you're going to get stream live on Netflix on Saturday, September 13th. You can check all that out. Of course, it's not pay per view; just have to be a subscriber to Netflix, which is nice. I'm sure there will be a pay per view. If you don't have Netflix, I'm sure you can go to PPV.com, and I don't know what they're charging on there, to be honest with you, but I'm sure you can catch it on pay per view if you don't have Netflix, or you can just go pay not even $21.99 for a Netflix subscription, which is probably going to be cheaper than what you pay for pay per view, no doubt about that. All right, they're going to be starting that one off, man. It's going to be starting off with a nice little fight with some prospect fighters, Akale versus Ornelas, undefeated prospect. Both 1-4-0. The other one 5-2-1 on the undercard showdown. That's a 10-round lightweight matchup that they're going to have on there. I don't know much about either of these guys, but I'll look forward to actually watching them because they're talking a lot about that. Of course, you got Kristen McBilly on there. I don't know if you've seen Kristen McBilly before. Uh, I think once before. You weren't the fight that you actually watched him in. It wasn't a super impressive fight. His last fight, though, he knocked his opponent out pretty fast. He's going up against Lester Martinez, current WBC interim world superweight middleweight or world super middleweight belt holder. Christian McBilly's 29-0, 24 KOs, and then faces knockout artist Lester Martinez. Man, this should be a really good fight here. I like McBilly, and I think this is going to be his biggest opponent that he's faced as far as challenge wise, because I don't really think he doesn't really have anybody on his resume that you're going to be impressed with. McBilly doesn't. He's kind of still trying to make a name for himself out of Canada, stuff like that. Really like him as a boxer. Lester Martinez, though, is a hard hitting dude, and this is definitely going to be a challenge. I don't know if you know much about these two guys, Spade, but
No.
are you looking forward to seeing what Christian McBilly might add to the super middleweight division, and if he can handle a guy like Lester Martinez?
Nope. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know who he is. He gotta make a name for himself.
And
His
yeah,
his
yeah,
his
absolutely.
damn record like Jerron Ennis.
Yeah,
Who has you fought, my boy? God
yeah,
damn, they be patting them damn boxing records nowadays.
yeah. Well,
29 and
yeah,
0.
yeah, yeah.
We
He
don't
really
know.
wasn't known till around a little bit after COVID when they started doing Eye of the Tiger, a promotional company out of Canada. I actually like them a lot. They put on some good fights too, and they kind of cross promoted with ESPN at a time. I don't know if they still do or not. I haven't really seen much of it. I had been seeing Chris McBilly, but he kind of signed with ESPN. He signed with Top Rank, really not ESPN, but he signed with Top Rank, who cross promotes with, of course, Eye of the Tiger. So they were putting on like had this. I guess they were kind of coming in with Top Rank on ESPN, getting that ESPN platform out of Canada, and they was putting on really good fights. And I watched Christian McBilly at least I want to say 3 times on one of the Eye of the Tiger cards, and he was super bulky, big dude, had some power to him, hard punching, has some skill, can move his feet, knows how to move around the ring a little bit. He's not a flat footed type dude. Uh, Moves his head, seems to have everything that you want from him. But like I said, he just doesn't have anybody that you've seen that could be a challenge for him yet. Lester Martinez, though, this guy's got some power. Another guy, he's undefeated, also 19-0, and he's got 16 KOs. He's got a lot of power. So this is going to be a battle of the power. I think that we might get a knockout in this fight. So we might be able to get our day started pretty good, as a undercard, as starting on the undercard, second to, it's not the starter of the main card, but it's right there to get us going, man. It's going to be a really good one. Uh, but yeah, moving on from that, there's a really good one that's going to be coming up. I want to say it's a co-main event. Actually, the co-main event is a fight that I'm super excited to watch. Colin Walsh and Fernando Vargas Jr. Rising Irish star Colin Walsh, 14-0, 11 KOs, takes on undefeated Fernando Vargas. Of course, you know the Vargas brothers. Emilio being the more well-known of the Vargas brothers at the moment, but 17-0, 15 KOs, and one of the night's most anticipated fights, in my opinion, a matchup with both of these guys. They got so much on the line. I want to say, man, this fight is probably the
Is
most 50-50.
Fernando the youngest one or the what?
No, Emilio's the youngest one. Fernando's, I want to say, the middle kid, the middle one. He's got some skill, a lot. Emilio, uh, uh, he's the one that gets a little bit more of the attention. But Fernando, every time I've seen this kid fight, I've been impressed with him. I like what I see.
Yeah.
But once again, is another guy like we talk about with a padded record. He hasn't really faced anybody. He's been hyped up a lot. So now he's going to go up against a guy like Colin Walsh, who's almost in the same type of situation as him. He's proven, but he's not proven. They're both proven guys, but they're not proven. They haven't faced a guy like themselves yet. So Colin Walsh is a great matchup, and I like seeing both of these young dudes who know that they had to make a name for themselves, trying to make a name for themselves against each other. So I think that's going to turn out to be one of the best fights of the night, in my opinion. I think that's going to be a pretty impressive fight. Who would you take? Have you watched any of Colin Walsh?
Hell nah, he sound like Nico Wash, Ali Wash.
Nico Ali.
Nah, but I ain't seen none of the I ain't seen none. I ain't haven't seen him, and I ain't seen none of the Vargas brothers fight live
Man, I've
though.
been watching the Vargas brothers for, I want to say, for a while. To be real with you, I like them a lot. All of them really. The younger one, of course, is the more impressive. But like I said, I'm always impressed with Fernando too, and what I see from him, especially 17-0. But like I said, hasn't faced anybody, so this is going to be a real challenge for him. but he's a pretty fast, vicious, calculated fighter. Uh, I don't know. I like Colin Walsh, but once again, this is going to be a situation of how much can he handle with a guy like Fernando. Can he handle that power? Because Fernando seems to have pretty good power.
Yeah. I know Berlanga was going back and forth with one of them. I don't know which one that was.
Yeah, he should probably just Berlanga should just stop talking. Period. He was never impressive. That dude just be getting opportunities. Never made any sense. Sorry, guys.
He definitely got opportunities, didn't he?
Oh, he definitely did, man. But hey, he took advantage of him, made some money off of him. Can't hate the kid for that.
Like, come on now. That's what I'm saying. Berlanga, he probably got 10 million.
I don't know. I think I feel like he didn't get as much. Like he might have got. I think tops Berlanga 3 million. I think tops is what he would have gotten was 3 million. I mean, I don't see. I think he was getting that opportunity, and he was going to take it if they gave him 100,000 or 1 million. Because why would he not take an opportunity to fight Canelo? Could have pretty much paid him nothing. Now I got to watch out for this damn spider. He be creeping around me. You guys got to watch out for them spiders. But yeah, that's pretty much. I love that card with Colin Walsh. I think that's going to be a hell of a matchup. Their styles are completely a little bit different. One's a little bit faster. I feel like Fernando might have the advantage with the power, but we'll see. We'll see, man. That's going to be a good one. Now let's go ahead and jump into the main card, the card that we all want to know about. Everybody wants to know what we're thinking about this card coming up. The main event that everybody's been anticipating since it was announced in May. It's been talked about for a while. Canelo denied it, didn't want the fight. He had nothing to gain from it. Well, he must have got some kind of offer that made him figure he had something to gain from this fight. So he went ahead and took it. And of course, we heard this in May. It was announced. So we've been just slowly just waiting and anticipating. And here we are a day away from it, where we're going to get a fight of the century, a fight that can really put boxing on the map. Very interested to see how many viewers view in and how Netflix handles the situation. I'm going to have my backup on standby just in case we have another Jake Paul, Mike Tyson fiasco with Netflix and over streaming the fight. 93 countries that they're going to be streaming to. They did really good on the Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor fight, but I'm pretty sure that probably didn't get half the views that the Tyson versus Jake Paul fight got in their first stream. So I'm pretty interested to see, can Netflix handle this? What's about to come their way, and a flood of Mexico and the U.S. alone. How many people in these two countries that are going to be tuning in for this fight alone? So, uh, are you afraid of how Netflix is going to handle the situation, Spade, or are you kind of like you have faith in Netflix that they'll handle it right? Or are you going? You think they're gonna? This is going to be a blotchy fight. Like we're going to have
I
some
think they're
bumping
gonna
again.
handle it right.
You think they figured
They
out
ain't
the
got no
key?
choice.
Yeah, you can't fall on this one again because they really. I think they want to get into boxing. I really think they have. They want to get into sports. They want to get into the live sports period. I think you're going to see them do a little bit more with football, the NFL. I wouldn't be surprised if you start getting Wednesday night fights on Netflix or Wednesday night football games on Netflix and shit like that.
Wednesday night,
Yeah,
Thursday,
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, like that.
Thursday night or Wednesday night.
The NFL's trying to expand. The NFL's talked about doing Wednesday games and everything. So I wouldn't be surprised if they try to approach somebody like Netflix, like, "Hey, you want to pick up a Wednesday night football?" You know what I'm
And they
saying?
better not make football. They trying to get somebody killed.
That's a lot. That's a lot of football in a week, but they're trying to
Hell yeah.
corner that market. They only,
Oh,
they even messing around on Fridays too. I mean, when they opened the season, when they had that Thursday game that opened the season, then they had a Friday game with Kansas City, San
yeah.
Diego.
See,
And
that's
that Friday,
cool. That's cool with opening the season. But as the season go on, games on Wednesdays and Thursdays is not. What's up, bro? I wouldn't mind
Yeah,
seeing it, but that's how that could cause a lot of injuries. That's a physical sport. That ain't just no. Oh,
yeah.
I mean, so. But shit,
Well,
I
they
love to
bumped it
see
up
it.
too.
I
Remember,
would,
they
I
bumped
would,
up the heat
I
game.
wouldn't mind it. So
No,
it's
as a
gonna be
fan, we
football
wouldn't
on
mind it at
Sunday,
all.
Monday, Wednesday, Thursday,
Thursday,
Saturdays, and
yeah,
Sunday.
yeah. College
They
football
tripping.
on Saturday, yeah, yeah. High school football on Fridays. Get it all through the week,
Now
shit
you
like
know they
that.
start doing games on. No, or am I tripping? Because I know they switched. No, no, I think they switched networks. But on them Thursdays, I thought when they get to the end of the season, they start switching them on Saturdays. But I might be tripping. I might be thinking
They
about the
do
network.
have, yeah, towards the end of the season, they do Saturday games once college
Yeah,
football is over with. Like I think it's
yeah.
more towards. Well, they split their playoff games up. Remember, they do Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, I know the playoff.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
and
know
then at
that.
towards the end of the year, they'll play a Saturday game. They'll have
Yeah,
games on Saturday too to end out the
yeah.
season. Uh,
Because I remember
yeah,
when it was 16 games, I think they used to do half on Thursdays and then switch it to Saturday night or some shit
yeah,
like that.
yeah. But
Might be
yeah,
tripping.
going into this fight with Crawford Canelo, my guy, what does Crawford have to do? What do you think? Like he seems pretty. I mean, I've been watching him. I've been watching him. I've been watching Canelo in their interviews. They're, you know, to see kind of try to read their body language, and he really isn't. You can see he's confident. Like he knows. Like he's got something up his sleeve. Like he's got that kind of I know something you don't know look in him. Like the way he's approaching, he's not letting people get under his skin. And of course, the Mexican crowd can get a little feisty and they can get a little mouthy and shit like that. Not Canelo himself, but just the crowd, that you had to deal with at the press conferences and stuff like that. And he doesn't really seem like he's letting any of it get under his skin. Some of the stuff that Canelo said about who have you fought, you know what I mean? Like you haven't fought anybody. None of your opponents are, up to the level. But here's a guy in Canelo who just recently fight Jaime fucking Magia and Berlanga and a Charlo coming up two weights after being off for fucking 3 years. Uh, I mean, I don't and what is it, fucking Ryder that he fought also. So he can't really, in my opinion, he hasn't fought anybody in that is Canelo and myself. He hasn't fought anybody in years that is anybody of relevance as far
Right.
as that he can look at and say, "Oh, this guy was the best guy he's fought in the last probably 5 years would have been Caleb Plant." And then we've seen him hit a decline at this point. But he was at the peak of his career when he fought Canelo, and that was the best. And we can look at Caleb Plant and say, yes, he's a good boxer, but we won't look at him and say he was an all-time great boxer even at his peak. You
Right.
know what
Right. But as far as Bud, he just gotta be Bud, man. I know he ain't backing down. Canelo ain't about to back him down and rough him up. He ain't going for none of that shit. And I think that's what's going when he take that, you ain't bullying me from Canelo, I think that's when Canelo gonna get to
I mean?
just fighting a fight that he can't because he bullies everybody. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? That's how
yeah,
he couldn't beat Bivol because he couldn't bully him. He couldn't make him back him down to the ropes, walk him down, and he couldn't do none of that. And Terrence Crawford definitely ain't about to let you do that. He gon' if anything, he gonna engage. If he feel like he losing, he gonna engage into that shit. Like he gonna yeah, if a motherfucker tell him like you seen it with Sean Porter, like, hey bro, you gotta step it up. See what he did with the Sean Porter, and Sean Porter was coming out a little bit more physical, but I think Bud was just trying to boxing Philly mountain shit because Sean Porter an awkward fighter too, and people be saying that too though. Like, uh, we was having trouble with Matthew Mall, but if you go back and watch the Sean Porter fight, it was damn near the same thing because Sean Porter kind of awkward and go in and you know what I'm saying? Until they told him like, man, you lose and you down. And he turned on another level. I bet you if they would have told him that in that Metro Mile fight, he would have turned on another level. And he was already kind of turning up on another level for real. I seen him hit a body Metro Mall with a body shot. Metro Mall was that he didn't want no more. Like he wasn't coming in nothing. But I think Bud just got to be physical, bro. Don't let him back him down. Be careful. Don't let him get under them big punches off. You know what I'm saying? Because out of them two, I think Canelo probably got the better chin. But
Yeah, Canelo definitely has a chin to him. I can't remember even. I can't remember last time. I don't know if he's ever been knocked down. Uh,
nah, he been knocked down before. I forgot. They had showed it. I forgot what fight that was. But he ended up winning the fight too, though. But
yeah,
I
he's
see.
definitely got a granted chin. That chin's definitely gonna be tough, man. What do you think Canelo's got to do to win that fight? What does he have to do against a high IQ calculated guy, southpaw? The guy can switch southpaw, switch it up on him. Uh, if he tries, do you think he learned from when he fought Floyd and they fought toe to
Hell
toe?
no, that was years ago, bro. Ain't
I gave
nobody
Floyd
Floyd. Though.
man.
You got two different fighters. He been learned. Look, he Canelo, so he been learned. If he ain't learned from that, he wouldn't be who he is right now.
Yeah.
But
Let's say he's not able to back Bud down. He's not able to walk him
we
back.
gonna get a fight of a
I
night.
don't think Bud. The
We gonna
thing
get
is,
a fight of a fucking night, cause
yeah, that's
it's whoever go backwards first, man. The motherfucker who start moving backwards and getting bullied when them later rounds come on, that's who gonna lose, bro. I'm telling you
but
that
we've
now.
seen Bud fight backwards before and
We seen
knock
him
him
fight backwards. I'm saying get bullied backwards. Like
back. Yeah, I don't see him
I'm
getting bullied there.
smothering. I'm smothering you. We ain't seen him get smothered, a
Uh,
motherfucker, because he
uh,
always motherfuckers ain't want to get hit by that power. We ain't never seen a motherfucker like smothering him, like rough housing him, like watch how it move, like
yeah,
and he took that shit away from Earl Spence too.
took
Like Earl
everything away.
Spence thought he was gonna be able to. He was letting him for a minute until he started landing them certain punches that was affecting Earl. Then he started backing Earl down. Like so, if he come in with that mindset, that type of fight that night, that Bud right there, come in there with that
That
Canelo.
that's what I'm seeing, and that's what I was speaking of about his confidence that you see in him, and that demeanor of it's like I said, like with the Spence fight, he knew something we didn't know. He already knew something going to that fight that he had seen, that he knew,
Look,
that
bro,
gave
I ain't
him
gonna
the
I ain't gonna
uh,
lie to you.
Spence can't beat me.
I'm
And
a,
I
I ain't
see
gonna
that
I ain't gonna lie
same
to you.
thing in his
When
eyes.
I seen him when he was watching the fight, I was watching somebody's story. He was watching the fight when Earl fought Ugas, and he was looking like, yeah, I got him. He was like, yeah, I got him. He already been knew he had him. Like, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we ain't gonna talk about Spence because he already took that L. But that if Bud come in there like that Bud right there, it's gonna be a tough night for Canelo, man. It's gonna be a tough night regardless. And I think it's something he gonna take away from Canelo. Cause what's Canelo best punch? To really
To
be like
me,
honest, like what's his best punch?
I feel like the body punch is his best. If he gets like he's got that one, he likes to get to that body, like get in, and he does them wicked body punch. In my opinion, I feel like the body punch is Canelo's most wicked. That what Bud would, if I was to say, watch out for that punch, I would say that body punch that he continuously goes down and tries to land a minute he gets any opportunity to land it.
But
That's
it's
my
Bud.
opinion.
Bud got some nice body shots too, though.
Yeah, so this is both guys could test each other's bodies here because not too many people go to Canelo's body. Number one, because he's
Yeah,
usually a
that's what I
smaller
and
guy.
Bud goes to that body.
Yeah, and Canelo's smaller, so it's harder to take that calculation and go into his body because then you're taking more of a risk going down like that on a guy like
Uh-huh.
Canelo. But these two are more level,
They
same
got
height.
they got them sneaky body shots too, both of them.
Yeah,
Like them body shots, like they sneak them in there real quick and
yeah, and
yeah,
that's Canelo, man. Is he be like this, and then he does that quick boom
yeah.
right underneath that rib cage,
Uh-huh.
and he's quick with it. It's hard to see it coming. But what do you think is most? What do you think Crawford's going to take away from it? What's the punch that you see that you feel like
I know he
Canelo?
gonna take that hook away from him. I
Oh,
know
that of course that left hook. Yeah,
he
yeah,
gonna. That's just one of his best punches, though. That's his favorite. We ain't worried about the body shit. It's boxing. I don't think like that nigga Bud, bruh. He's like, he. I can't. He one of them motherfuckers like. I don't even want to fight you today, bro. I don't even want to fight today. Like one of them motherfuckers in the neighborhood, like shit. Every time you see him, you gotta fight. You just be like, bro, I ain't, bro. You got it, bro. I ain't about. You gonna have to kill him. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Like
He's never going to
Canelo
just
gonna have to kill him. Like if anything, Bud gonna die in that bitch. Like he
now.
literally gonna die. I don't see him. Canelo gonna have to really put him to sleep. Like he gonna have to knock him out. And I don't see
Yeah,
that. I don't see, but I can't see Bud like being knocked out, bro. I can't see it. I can
and a
see him
lot of
getting
the
hurt.
Mexican
I
fan
can
base
see
is
him getting hurt.
out, but I don't see it. My thing that I think favors Bud over Canelo is Canelo's weak resume within the last 5 years, really. I mean, he's cherry picked every fucking guy he's fought. He has cherry picked. He has picked every dude he knew he had an advantage over and that he knew he could fucking beat. Was an easy fight. I don't care what anybody fucking says. He cherry picked his last five,
No,
6, 7, 8,
none of
9
them motherfuckers
fucking.
ain't had no skill set, bro.
Exactly. None of them were even like. And then tell me this: like, what I find weird about almost every fight that I've seen him in is like Jaime Magia. I never thought he was okay. I never seen him as a guy that was going to challenge Canelo. He had never fought nobody. He was 32-0, but he had never fought any fucking body. Like I was a big
Well,
fan as Jaime Magia when he started coming up. I was a big fan of him, and then after about watching like 6 of his fights, I'm like, man, this guy's fighting nobody. And then he ducked a Charlo fight. He should have fought Charlo and shit like that. Hold on a second. I got this. Yeah, that was a big ass spider. Kill that motherfucker. He was creeping. I saw him out of my peripheral. Like, hold on.
yeah.
When you're down in the basement, you get them spiders. But yeah, like I just look at the level of talent that Canelo has faced, and he's cherry picked and has avoided guys like Benavidez, uh, who he should have fought. Just when you avoid that guy, and then now, like I think with Crawford, he really thinks that once again he's doing a cherry pick. But I don't think he did his homework enough to realize that you're not cherry picking this dude. This is not the dude you're gonna cherry pick. This dude ain't gonna
Right.
come in and be docile and let you walk him down and bully and control that fight. That's not gonna happen with Crawford. He is going to find a way to make you fight his fight. Like he's
I
a
ain't gonna
very
lie to you. Canelo better not come in there thinking he could just bully Bud.
I think he thinks he can. I think he
I
sees
know
it
that's
as
what
an
I'm
easy
saying.
fight.
I think
Yeah,
he can, but dude is strong than a motherfucker, bro.
yeah,
And then I feel like he only got stronger because even though he dropped weight, but he more muscle. Like
yeah,
people be like, oh, he could be slower. You brother, you ain't when you build muscle and you at the same time, it ain't like he coming up in weight. Like Joe said earlier, ain't like he making 168 because they say he probably walk around with high 170s, no 180s. So he's still cutting weight, but he cutting less weight. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And then man, Canelo ain't that bigger, did he? Canelo
No,
probably could. I'm talking about height wise, all that. Like that's why Bud, like, man, hold on, man. This motherfucker been finessing y'all, bro. I'm about to show y'all he really been finessing y'all all these years, fighting these motherfuckers. I know I probably could have beat. You know what I'm saying? I
yeah,
could have probably beat the same motherfuckers this motherfucker beat. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
that's how I mean that I'm and seeing like I said when I'm watching Crawford, I'm seeing a guy that's got that little smirk like, all right,
I ain't gonna lie, I seen the press conference
little
tonight.
something.
Canelo looked like he looked at kind of like what I get myself into? Like, what's tomorrow gonna bring? Like,
Yeah.
when they did they weigh in, they came out shirts off. It was just like he was looking at, but he wasn't rowdy. Like, he be rowdy with everybody else. He was more like, but Bud come humble, but still though, Canelo is still try to. You feel me? He just looked at him like, this is
Yeah.
like, but that look was like, what what he gonna bring? It's gonna be a big surprise too, motherfuckers.
Yeah, well, it's a day. It's a day of reckoning. It's coming up. He knows that this, regardless of what he wants to say about Crawford's opponents and all this, and who he's fought, who he hasn't fought, especially when he himself just really hasn't had an impressive
I
resume.
feel
Most of his career, there's really I mean, the one big guy he got beat by was was a Floyd Mayweather that was 40 years old.
yeah.
Uh, and Canelo was in his prime when he lost that fight. Like,
Uh-huh.
but so I don't know. Like for me, I think he's just kind of coming in thinking over. I think he's overlooking Bud and just thinks, now it's going to come down to where he kind of knows, hey, this is going to be my toughest challenge. Uh, but I don't know, man. I think, man, of course, I'm rooting, and I know my boy Spade is rooting for Crawford tomorrow because
I don't feel like Crawford feel like this is toughest fight. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. He might tell y'all that. He might telling us that. I don't feel like he feel like that. I feel like he about to do that boy in. It's
yeah,
something.
like
It's
I said,
something.
there's
It's
something in his
something,
eye.
bro.
There's something in his look. There's something about him that I've been seeing for weeks now. That he's very laid back. He's very confident. He's not you don't see any kind of not even like fear. Not saying fear because most boxers they don't have fear. You know what I mean? But that like you talked about, what did I get myself into? Look, or that lack of confidence of you know you don't hear anything from him that say, "Well, I might win this. Well, I have an opportunity." No, I'm winning this fight. I'm going to shock the world. I'm going to show everybody who Bud Crawford is. Like it's a I'm winning this. It's no doubt in his voice, no doubt in him that you can see that he doesn't think that he's not going to win this fight, and that's what I'm seeing in him. Like, dude, he knows something. This dude
Mm-hmm.
watches film. You've seen him. He's been stalking Canelo for a while. You know what I mean? How many fights he been at that he was probably in the back
Mm-hmm.
there just watching, and people was like, "Is that Bud? Like, what the fuck he doing here?" He's scoping out his next. He's like a hunter, hunting his prey, scoping out there, seeing what he does, and seeing his habits, and okay, okay, this is how I gotta kill him. This is how I gotta take this animal down. And Canelo
Mm-hmm.
being the face of boxing right now, the biggest name in boxing, at least as far as money wise, the guy who's making $100 million for his fights and shit like that. Uh, you know, you take him down. What, let's say, Crawford tomorrow. Crawford wins this fight. Do we get a second fight? Do you see a Canelo Crawford two? And if Canelo wins, let's say it's a close fight overall. Let's say it comes down to a draw, or it's just one of the fights where you're like, damn, bro, that was really hard. And they etch it out to Canelo or they etch it out to Crawford. Do we get a rematch on this?
I
Uh,
don't know. I don't
and is
know.
that where Bud might proclaim the money? Like, let's say Bud wins and edges it out, and Canelo's like, I want a rematch, and Bud's like, all right, I'll give you the rematch. Is that where he's going to make that money? Is that maybe his thought
He
process?
making that money now, right now, bro. I don't know what you heard, what he
I'll
doing
tell
to.
you, look it up, man. They're saying 10 million, and that
I
is
don't believe
mind
it.
blowing to me that he's only making $10 million for this fight. I'm like, that cannot be real, but it came from his own mouth, and like you said, he could have been just not trying to put his business out there. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I
Like,
don't
you don't want
believe that,
everybody
bro.
knowing that I'm making 50, $60 million for this fight. Like, then everybody gonna be knocking on my door, blowing up my phone. You know what I mean? Like, nah, I'm just
I don't believe that. 10 million.
he said 11, 12 million tops with the pay-per-view sales. And I'm like, what pay-per-view sales? It's going to be on Netflix. Like, even if they got pay-per-view,
So
like a
how
bunch
much
of
he make with
people
the Earl Spence fight?
man, I would think he made more than 10 million. I would think I'd have to look it up. He might not have. That fight was big to us boxing fans, but I mean for the world, yeah, I mean that like casuals, they didn't really check that fight out like that. So I wonder if it. I mean, it was a huge fight though. It did sell, and like there were superstars there. There
Yeah,
was
it was
movies.
next. It was
Everybody was
under.
there. How much did Crawford make against Spence? 25 fucking over 25 million.
That's what I'm saying. I don't believe that 10 million
Bro,
shit.
there ain't no fucking way he is only making 10 million for this fight.
That's what I'm
There's
saying. I don't
no
believe.
way. And
I
he
don't
made
believe.
over 25 million from his fight against Errol Spence.
Did the fight do 25 million or it only
No,
or it,
Terrence Crawford made an estimated over 25 million from his
yeah,
fight
that's
against
what I'm
Errol
trying to
Spence
tell you,
Jr.
bro. That's what listen, bro. That's what I'm telling you, bro. He's not
He
he
clowning us,
probably was
ain't he?
being sarcastic, bro. He really he'll be
He had to be,
sarcastic.
bro.
Even when they asked him about him being shot and shit. You just gotta see, you gotta like he skipped through it and or I don't want to talk about that right now. Like I don't
Yeah,
that was a long time ago. Like you got to know his personality. I don't think he ain't getting no 10 million, bro. That's like moving backwards. Like that ain't
nah,
they. Everybody been saying even if he lose, he can ride out to the sunset for how much money he about to make. You think he about to make? They ain't talking about that with no $10 million, bro.
no, no, not
Come
at
on,
all.
man.
So that, yeah, seeing that he made basically probably 30 million on that Spence fight because it says over 25 million, so he probably made about 30 million on that fight. There ain't no damn way he's only getting 10 million for Canelo. There ain't
Hell no.
no, there ain't
Ain't
no way.
no way. Ain't no
That
way.
can't be even possible. In no way in hell.
And they got
But
that one. They got Turkey behind him. You think he about to pay? He fuck with Bud. He ain't giving Bud no. He ain't about to. Nah, hell no. Hell no.
oh hell no,
Hell.
Turkey is behind this. There's no way that
Yeah,
Crawford would
come
do
on, man. It
it. Yeah,
don't
yeah.
even make no sense,
He-
bro. Come on, bro.
Yeah, and the fact that he pretty much told Canelo because like when he made that 3 fight deal with Canelo, he said the only fight that he demanded was Crawford. He was like, in that 3 fight, you will fight Crawford, and then he made him agree to basically that he was going to fight Crawford in that 3 fight deal. He didn't say when he had
Yeah,
to do it, but in that deal, he had to fight Crawford for one of those fights. So they
yeah.
already probably had that set up, and there ain't no way 10 million. So yeah, I'm now that the more I think about that, I'm like, dude, yeah, he had to be fucking with everybody on that. 100% for sure. That Big Spade's prediction on this fight. But let's go through. Give me your prediction on the column wash and the Fernando Vargas fight. Who do you think wins that fight? Who you
I ain't
take?
hit, but I'm gonna go with Vargas.
You going with Fernando Vargas? I like, and I feel like Colin Walsh has just
None of
got
them
a
motherfuckers.
little bit more experience as far as like, he's from over in Europe and stuff like that. So, man, but it's hard to go against a Vargas, especially an undefeated Vargas. I'm gonna go with Vargas in that fight. I just think he's got a little bit more than Colin Walsh does. As far as the Kristen McBilly fight versus Lester Martinez, who are you taking in that fight? Not really knowing either of these fighters. Who would you uh,
I'm gonna just go with McBilly, bro.
going to stick
I
with
don't
McBilly?
know.
I'm going to go with the upset and Lester Martinez landing something big in that fight against Christian McBilly. I'm not only going to call Lester Martinez winning the fight, but I'm going to call that a KO win for Lester Martinez.
These the mototherfuckers on the undercard.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. These are the undercard guys.
Oh
Uh,
my god, what the fuck? The
yeah,
undercard, weak as fuck.
yeah. I mean, if you think about it, man, that the prelims kind of look a little bit besides it. Yeah, and I
I
would have
thought
thought
we
they
was getting some motherfuckers fighting on this card. Where am I tripping?
I would have thought that now the prelims is where a lot of the big like it's so weird because you got Boachuk on the prelims and Boachuk is a pretty damn good fighter. That fight he's going to be having.
What the fuck we got fighting on the man? They did terrible, man.
They
I
they
ain't wa-
did. I
I
I said
probably don't
that
even watch none of them fights, bro. I'm not gonna
I'm
lie.
gonna watch them because I know they are guys that have names to them like Colin Walsh and Fernando Vargas. They are guys who are up and coming that people like
They
their
gonna make
name
me
is out
sleepy.
there. But for
I ain't
them
gonna
to be
lie.
a co-main event, I don't see.
They
I
gonna
don't
make
think
me
they're
sleepy,
co-main event
bro.
yet. Yeah,
They
so
gonna make me sleepy. I'm gonna be playing the game until the end. I have it on, but I ain't gonna really be watching. They'll make me sleepy.
well, being in Las Vegas, you already know they probably gonna have all kinds of bullshit going on in this fight. This fight ain't gonna. The main card probably ain't gonna be till 1 in the fucking morning.
That's why I
But
said I'm gonna be playing my game because they gonna make me sleepy.
yeah, I might just have to power nap on the
I might have
prelims.
to take a nap.
On the
Yeah,
prelims and power nap before this shit even starts. Because being in
yeah.
Vegas, we're on the East Coast, so Vegas 3 hours behind us here.
Man, we in the Midwest, man. Don't never
Yeah,
disrespect us like
Midwest,
that.
Midwest. I say East Coast. I don't know why. I always thought it was weird that they place us in the Midwest when I feel like we are closer to the East Coast than we are the Midwest. Like we
Yeah,
we
we
states.
should have
We,
been the Mid East. We should have been the Mid East.
yeah, there you go. That's exactly what it Mid East North. Mid East North. we just right in the middle of some bullshit. That's why everybody over here is so confused. Like I'm a Midwest. I'm from the North. Hold on, man. I'm on the East Coast. Fuck it, man. The Midwest North. Like fuck it. But yeah, so over here the time, being 3 hours behind, that fight's not, we're looking at probably 1 in the morning, after all the antics that's gonna
I'm
go
saying about
on the
11:30.
weekend. I think way before that. What time does it even start? What
It
is
started at 9.
it starts at 9? Oh well, we're fucked. That fight ain't gonna happen until almost 2 in the fucking morning if it don't
You
start
think
till
so?
hell no, dude. If they ain't starting that till 9 o'clock.
Oh yeah, Netflix might
Bruh,
do some other
in
shit.
Las
Yeah.
Vegas, yeah, we ain't getting that fight till almost 2 in the morning, dude. That's gonna be like what fight did we watch that was like that almost till 2 in the morning? We went live on that shit, bro, and it was some
When
fucking
it
like we was
I
over there
mean
like
when it with
barely
Eminem
making it.
performing, it was
Yeah, it
Matt
might have
Jamal
been.
and
Yeah,
Crawford.
I think it was Madrimov and Crawford, and that was like almost 1:30 in the fucking morning on that fight. And we're over
Yeah,
there
we
like,
was pissed because
shit,
they
ain't making
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was super long. So that's when we started having the conversations like, should they be starting some of these fights earlier, knowing that you're on the West Coast and the Midwest and the East Coast are on different time zones than they are. So kind of try to accommodate to all people. But Vegas be like, fuck you. We up late already. We up 24 hours in Vegas.
Hell yeah.
Motherfucker. We don't sleep. Like we
Hell yeah.
at 2 o'clock in the morning, we had this bitch packed. The after
Hell
party.
yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'll be conked out. I wanted to catch that Inouye versus MJ fight, which it looks like the start time on that's going to be about 12 a.m. on Sunday morning. Yeah, 12 a.m.
Yeah,
So
I
that'll
won't be
be
watching
crossing
that.
over with the I guess Canelo. Man, the thing is the Canelo fight don't end till about 2.
You
It's
said
gonna be
12
hard for me not to
a.m.?
pass out. Plus,
Oh, you
yeah,
said
yeah,
12
12
a.m.?
a.m. That's gonna be yep because
Ooh.
it's over in Japan. So in the U.S., it's gonna start at 12 a.m. The main fight might not even be till about 5 in the morning to be real, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh yeah, I
When
won't be watching
in a
that
way,
shit.
yeah, I don't know if I could power nap in between. I doubt it. And then I'm gonna try. I don't want to miss church on Sunday, but fuck, being up as late as I'm gonna be for that Crawford fight, I might not make it to church on Sunday. But my wife's gonna be like, "You can't miss church, get up." Then trying to make me feel bad. She's gonna be like, "I just go without you," knowing the whole time she's gonna be texting me like, "Enjoy sleeping, no kids. I'm here. They crazy. Thank you." Like you're welcome. Just guilt trip me the whole fucking time she out with the kids, shit like that. But I know
You
your
getting that
prediction.
motherfucker in the microwave cooking and shit. Everybody go. Alexa slide. After you get up, like they still ain't here. Okay, then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I know. Peace and quiet in the house. Like, oh shit, what is this sound I'm hearing? It's nothing.
What? What?
Absolutely nothing.
Man, listen. That'd be so lovely.
Oh, it is nice. I had it when was it the last Friday? Kids went to school, shit like that. She had my little one went out with him. It was quiet, and I was just like, man, this is fucking heaven right now. Like
Yeah.
that's like you can't beat this. But of course, I know we know each other's prediction. But go ahead and give me your prediction on the Crawford versus Canelo fight. Tell me how you think it's going to end. Do you got a round for us? Do you got a major upset? Like not even just an upset, but how do you think this fight? Give us your total outcome, your prediction, and how this could end up. How do you think if you're taking
Man,
Crawford?
I can't really say, man. I ain't gonna lie. I can't say. I don't like them damn odds either. Vegas ain't trying to get nobody no money because I try to see what $100 will give me on the Terrence Crawford knockout. My little cousin's like, you gonna win like 1,000. I only gonna profit 900. Fuck that. But
Yeah,
but I mean I mean if I was to win, but I don't know, man. I really can't say what's gonna happen in a fight. Like I really can't with this fight. Like this fight, I can't say. Just like I couldn't see with the Earl Spence, I didn't see him stopping Errol Spence in that fashion. Like I knew he was gonna beat him. I didn't know how he was gonna beat him, like how bad it was gonna be or this and that. But I can't really say, man. I just got him winning, man. If it take 12 or if he stop him, I really think he feel like he can stop him though. Something just I'm getting that energy from him. Like I'm gonna show y'all something. There's something I'm gonna show y'all that I've been watching. And if I get to this point before he catch on, he's a goner.
yeah,
And he likes to engage a lot. Canelo likes to, and Bud likes fighters that likes to engage, bro.
yeah, yeah.
If you
Because
go to any fight,
he loves
you
the
go
fight.
to any fight that he fight, a lot of his fighters was engaging, like Sean Porter, Gambosis, um, all that type shit. So we gonna see, man. I can't call it, but I got Bud, man. Been having Bud, man. We don't sell dime bags, man, but we keep some bud with us, man.
That's it.
Let's go.
I like that. Now for me, man, of course, I'm going with my guy, Bud Crawford. He's an American fighter. I'm an American. I got to support my American fighters. I've been saying that forever. America, we don't support our fighters enough. We got Americans room for Mexicans, Ukrainians, and everybody but motherfucking Americans. It's time we back our motherfucking guys like they back theirs. They back their people like it's the end of like it's end all tell all. You know, what I mean, we need to do the same here in America, and I'd love to see that support tomorrow outdo the Mexicans in that arena. I'll show them how we do it here in America, and we back our guy and give him that extra boost of energy that he can use there in that fight. That not only is he in there representing the U.S. and about to do his thing and make and seal his legacy in a fashion that you could only really dream of. You know what I'm saying? To end your career in that type of fashion to be able to be the guy on that level. Uh, I see something in Bud, like I've been saying, that tells me that he sees something that we don't know and that he's about to show out tomorrow night in a fashion that he did with Spence. And now I don't want to get my hopes or put the expectations too high on that.
Nah, yeah.
I'm not saying we're going to see the type of performance he had against Spence because, Canelo, like him, he loves to fight. Canelo is a boxer. He loves to box. He loves to fight. He grew up fighting like Bud grew up fighting, uh,
Yep.
in the streets and in the gym and shit like that. And they're both two guys who love the fucking fight, and they both love boxing. So I know it's going to be a war, and I think it's going to go deeper into rounds, 7, 8 rounds, 9 rounds. But then I think that's where Bud's going to take over that fight around the 7th round. I think he really starts to take over that fight. Uh, and then he's going to showcase what he knows that we don't know. He's going to show us what he knows. So I'm going to take Crawford all day on that, man. I think he's going to surprise, not even surprise, he's going to surprise the people that don't know about Terrence Crawford or the Mexican fans who never thought their guy Canelo was ever going to lose. Well, no, he's never going to lose if he keeps cherry picking. But this ain't this ain't a cherry pick.
Right.
This right here, this is you thought you got a cherry, but pal, you got a lemon, motherfucker. You got a lemon. You know, it's gonna be, a sour taste in your mouth. That's what Buzz gonna leave. Sour taste in the Mexican fans' mouth. So going with my boy Crawford, man. I think it's gonna be etched in boxing history. Two guys taking the opportunity to fight each other that we don't get to see much. Like we said at the beginning of the show, you don't get to see this all the time. Two guys that are taking that leap and saying, I'm going to take the chance. I'm going to put my O up against the best in the sport, who they think is the best in the sport, who the world says is the best boxer in the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to put my O up against him. And Canelo saying, I'm going to show the world who I am, and I'm going to make everybody remember why you think I'm the best in the world. So I
Mm-hmm.
think you're going to get a war, an all-out war in that ring, and it's just been building, man. And can you imagine the anticipation, the butterflies in your belly when that fight? They start walking to the ring. They start announcing. That bell's about to go ding ding, and that fight starts. Boy, that's the feeling that you get from great fights, Hagler, Hearns, and Leonard and Duran, and Tyson and Holyfield, and Frazier and Ali, and all the great fights, the legendary fights that you've gotten in history, and how they made you feel. That's what this fight's going to give us tomorrow. It's going to give us that feeling, guys. But we don't have a whole lot more to talk about. Guys, comment below your prediction for the fight, man. Tell us what you think. Who you taking? It don't matter if you're taking Canelo, if you're taking Crawford. Don't be ashamed to say who you're taking in this fight. And if you're American, man, let's back our guy Crawford. Let's back our American fighter. And tomorrow's going to be absolutely legendary. Like we said, you can catch this on Netflix. All you got to do is just subscribe, even if you don't have a subscription. Subscribe. It's going to be cheaper than pay-per-view. And you can probably go to pvv.com or whatever and get it on there. But I guarantee you might as well just go ahead and subscribe to Netflix, because you're going to get that fight and a bunch of other shit that they got on Netflix for you. So it ain't just like you just getting the fight. You're not just getting. You're going to get all the extra shit that Netflix got. So yeah, Happy Gilmore too. You can't beat that. Even though it was kind of, it was all right, but it's on there if you want to watch it. But yeah, my guy Big Spade, tell them what they need to do, man. Take us out of the show. End it. We got a big, big day ahead of us tomorrow. I got to work in the morning, but after that, I'm free and I'm going to be tuned in to boxing from the time I get home all the way till I pass out after the Canelo fight. 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, man. Tell them what they can do, man. How they can support the show. Take us out. Let them know.
Y'all already know, man. I'm gonna keep saying it and saying it. Like, subscribe, comment. You know what I mean? Send us some notifications, inboxes. Looking, motherfucker, but nah, for real. Inboxes on Bourbon and Boxing on Facebook. Come
Yeah.
in. Send us some shots out. You know what I'm saying? Send us some merch. Goddamn, you know what I'm saying? If y'all want y'all merch on the show, talked about, you know what I'm saying? Let us critique y'all style, man. Whatever, hats, shirts, jugs, mugs, gloves, whatever, man. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah. Ain't
Keep,
shit in the background. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
all type of shit, man. Posters, whatever, man. Just, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Support us, we support y'all, man. Stay in tune. Bigger fights coming after this. We got some shit coming for November, all type of shit coming
Yeah.
up. I wanted to do a little talking about it, but I was like, nah, cause no, we gonna leave that strictly here. I don't want to go too far above this tomorrow night, but let's go, bud. You already know, man. Like, subscribe, comment, man. You already
That's
know,
right.
man.
Bourbon
Fuck
and
with it.
boxing,
Fuck
man.
with your boys. Fuck with your boys,
Support.
man. Fuck with your
Boxing.
boys.
Let's go, bud. Let's get this done, baby. It's gonna be a hell of a fight tomorrow.
Hello.
Legend versus legend, baby. All right, guys. Peace out. Enjoy your
Peace
night,
out.
man. Enjoy your weekend.
Yes, sir.